Why is it that some people remain capable well into their 90s, while others begin to slow down much earlier? Most people assume it comes down to luck, or genetics, or having the right diet. But when researchers study people who age well, they rarely find a single cause. Instead, they notice something quieter. Patterns, small behaviors, repeated for decades, often without much thought. These people lived in different countries. They ate different foods. They followed different traditions. So at first, aging seems unpredictable. But when daily life is examined closely, certain habits appear again and again. Not impressive habits. Not extreme ones. Just consistent ones. One of the clearest patterns is movement. People who stay functional into old age don't necessarily exercise more. They simply stop moving less. They walk. They stand. They carry things. They change positions throughout the day. Movement isn't scheduled. It's woven into life. And when their bodies change, they don't quit. They adjust. Mobility doesn't usually disappear suddenly. It fades quietly. When movement slowly disappears. Another pattern is rhythm. Meals tend to happen at similar times. Sleep follows a familiar cycle. Days have a loose structure. Not strict routines, but predictable ones. Over time, the body responds well to rhythm. Energy becomes easier to manage. Recovery becomes more reliable. A chaotic day creates more internal stress than most people realize. Across many years, that stress accumulates. Moderation is another shared trait. People who age well often stop before exhaustion, before fullness, before strain. Not because they lack motivation, but because they pay attention. They notice early signs: fatigue, stiffness, loss of focus. And instead of pushing through, they slow down. This pacing protects joints, energy, and resilience over time. Social connection is another powerful pattern. People who remain healthy rarely live in isolation. They speak with others. They share meals. They feel acknowledged. This doesn't mean constant socializing. It means belonging. Loneliness, by contrast, has repeatedly been linked to faster physical and cognitive decline. The body responds to emotional balance more than we often admit. Many people believe aging problems arrive suddenly. But most changes begin quietly. Mobility doesn't vanish overnight. Memory doesn't disappear in a moment. The body usually signals long before it breaks down. These signals are easy to ignore because they aren't dramatic. But they matter. Living well into your 90s isn't about stopping aging. It's about adapting to it. The people who do best aren't trying to stay young. They're trying to stay balanced. They move regularly. They keep simple rhythms. They avoid extremes. They stay connected. Nothing heroic, nothing extreme. Just ordinary habits, maintained patiently. Aging isn't failure. It's a long negotiation with change. And often, the quality of that negotiation depends less on what we add and more on what we continue. It's never too late to notice the patterns shaping your own days. Sometimes small adjustments are enough to change how the years ahead feel.